I'm to talk about one of the 9 core values, responsibility. And so golf's a perfect place to teach responsibility. When you hit it into the trap, you're responsible. You're responsible for keeping a good score. Now, I want the kids here to understand that not all adults always behave responsibly. So I'm married, a new husband, and we have twin daughters. But I would go home at night, and rather than taking time to read to them like I should as a responsible father, I would drink. So the opposite of responsibility is irresponsibility. And in my case, it required me to be irresponsible to the point where I realized that alcohol was becoming more important in my life than the important responsibilities of life. There's nothing more important in life, if you're a father, than to be a good father. And if you're married, to be a good husband. So in my case, I can speak profoundly about the lack of responsibility and then realizing the need to be responsible. In other words, you're not the only one who needed a core value. And so in 1986, age 40, I had my last drink. I would not be standing here as a former president without having drank. And so here's another example of responsibility. So I'm the governor of Texas, and people start, speculating about whether or not I would run for president of the United States. I'd seen the job pretty closely. 8 years prior to this decision, my dad was the president. I did okay as governor of Texas, but I wasn't sure I wanted to do the job. I wasn't sure I wanted to be president. I wasn't worried about failure. So in life, you shouldn't worry about failure. If the important things to you are the values that you learn here at the first tee. But I was worried about my little girls. So my girls were 18 years old. They were high school students at Austin High School. And Jenna, who's keeping up the warm relationship I had with NBC this very day, is... came to me and said, "Dad, we hear you're thinking about running for president." I said, "Yeah." So she and her twin sister Barbara said, "You know, you're not as cool as you think you are." I said, "You're probably right." They said, "You're not going to win." I said, "Well, that's funny. That's what your grandmother told me, my mother, when I called her and said, I'm going to run against Ann Richards." She said, "You're not going to win." I said, "Gee, Mom, thanks for the encouragement." And finally, they put the teenage girls' line. I'm sure the participants here don't use this line with your parents, but here's what my girl said. "Sure, go ahead and run and ruin our life." I was hesitant to run. I was worried about my girls. But there's a certain responsibility that comes in life. And the responsibility to serve others or to serve your country is an important responsibility. So as you graduate from the First Tee program, and as you take advantage of the opportunities the First Tee will provide you, just know there's a responsibility to give back to the community in which you've been raised. And so let me leave on this note. I got to get some sleep. I'm playing golf tomorrow with Finchie. And by the way, you don't have to be a good golfer to be honorary chairman. But we're going to have fun tomorrow. If it takes us more than 3 hours, I'm going to be irritated. There you go. The problem is it takes a little longer because they're no longer giving putts. At any rate, it is a responsibility of mine to find programs that work and First Tee works. I'm honored to be the honorary chairman. I thank you for your support of this vital program, and I'm looking forward to playing with one of the First Tee graduates tomorrow. I just ask her to remember that I'm 71, and don't beat me up too bad. Good night. God bless.